In a world of tools, there is one that rises above all of them. And I want to talk about that today. This is something that I've been thinking about for the past couple days in particular, but that I kind of want to synthesize for you guys. And that's that we live in a world full of tools to accomplish goals. We only experience positive emotion as we move toward goals, which is something that I discussed in a previous video. The way that we get to our goals is through the use and exercise of tools. Now, there are a bunch of different tools in the world. There's obviously physical tools, which are pretty easy to understand. If you're trying to build a house, it's going to be really hard if you don't have tools. There are also other tools, ones that are more psychological in nature. There are social tools that we exercise on a regular basis, like social media to connect to others. There's one tool that rises above all of those. The most powerful human faculty is humans' ability to focus their conscious attention. And what I mean by that is nothing great comes from life if it's not attended to. And this could be a family, this could be a job, this could be any pursuit, this could be your health, this could be a project, anything that's worth doing, anything that you want to achieve greatness with, or even just a standard level of delivery for whatever you're doing, is going to take conscious attention. I spent a lot of time spreading my attention around to different areas of experience in life. And that's not necessarily a bad thing at the beginning of life, because you start off life as an infant, you don't know anything, and everything is new, and all that you are is potential to do something. And then as you get older and older and older, you start kind of narrowing your focus into whatever you find most impactful for your life. So you might be growing up and you might experience sports, and you really enjoy sports, and you decide, I'm going to be a world-class soccer player. That's like infinite potential of being a child down to a very specific niche. And that's kind of what we all experience as we go through life. That is a function of humans' most powerful tool, which is conscious attention. As we grow up, we develop more and more ability to focus our minds to a singular task. The danger, and this is something that I've experienced in my life as well, we never take the leap on any particular goal. So for me, for many, many years, I worked jobs for like 3 months here. I'd work an internship here. I would be going to school and then back to a job and then to school and then to an internship. I would be doing all of these different things, and they were all good things to where I was having, good experiences. I was making some money. My attention was scattered. The work that I was doing, although it was positive, was also in favor or in the interest of many different paths. And so I did one internship with a company in construction management. I realized that that's not the path that I wanted to go, but I spent a long time, I spent a summer doing it. I spent a long time in the landscaping world where I was just making enough to get by in high school. Even beyond like the money-making things though, I've had so many interests in my life where I thought to myself, I'm gonna pursue this. This is the thing. I'm so excited, we're gonna do this. And then I get into it, and then I'm like, this isn't fun anymore. I want to do something else. I think, well, what if I spent more time reading and writing? What if I spent my time building a YouTube channel? What if I spent my time starting a handyman business? What if I spent my time teaching a jiu-jitsu class? What if I spent my time yada, 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 so on and so forth. And even though I had a lot of good experiences, the lack of attention that I paid to any particular thing, I think cost me in the long run. I look now at myself and I think, I'm 23 years old, and I've had all of these different jobs and all these whatever. I feel like, if I had only started this thing years ago. But the problem was that there were a bunch of things like that. The point is that your attention is important, and the way that you spend it is going to have long-lasting effects. There's also the nefarious aspect of human attention in the world that we live in now. A bunch of companies, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all have huge audiences now. And just like how television used to be, just like how the newspaper used to be, companies, large companies, are able to pay these platforms in order to get earballs and eyeballs on their stuff. And this incentivizes all the social media platforms to keep as much attention on their platform as possible. This is good in that, it keeps the demand up for new and important content and those types of things. It's detrimental in the way that now social media platforms are designed to continue to feed you whatever is going to give you the next hit of dopamine to your system, rather than feeding you content that is going to change your life for the better. Many people, including myself, find it very, very difficult to focus on things that actually matter. That's kind of what I want to conclude this video with, is that your attention matters, my attention matters. And there are powers, very large powers with huge teams, looking to take that attention away from you and put it into algorithms so that they can make more money through advertising and all those types of things. What I want to challenge you today to do is the same thing that I had to choose at the start of my journey to break free of the attention grabbing mechanisms that are out there. You have so much potential because of the unique human endowment to pay attention, conscious attention to things. Don't waste it on frivolous media. Be intentional again with what you decide is allowed in your brain, how much time that you are spending consuming. You can channel your attention into something like a career or a project or something that will actually bring you true meaning, instead of all of these different things scattered around your life and the things vying for your attention. So that's what I've been thinking about. I hope that was helpful for you. Let me know if any of that resonated with you. I hope that you can also gain back your attention and realize that you are able to do great things if you're able to devote conscious attention to the things that bring you meaning. So I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.